Please rise. We are gathered here today for the marriage of Hannah and Andrew. We are gathered amongst trying circumstances. There is a pandemic and a battle against racism in this country that is waging on. Maybe there are fewer people here than originally planned. Maybe we can't see everyone's smiles. But even with everything going on in the world, there is joy. But even with everything going on, Hannah and Andrew are here. Their love is a bright beacon for us all. Today, this wedding is a recognition of the love you share for each other and a commitment to tend that flame, to nurture your love, to help it grow and change, but never stop burning over the many, many years to come. As many of you know, these two met through the Explainers program at the National Air and Space Museum, where I was their supervisor. Andrew first caught Hannah's eye after a resume and interview training. I would, at the time, search Explainer's social media to see what future employers might see, and then pull them up during the training. There's no better way to make that lesson stick than to have your boss pull up embarrassing photos and point them out to your friends. Hannah wasn't at that training, but I believe her friend Becca brought up this picture of this explainer who had his foot up on a rock, drinking out of a can, wearing nothing but an American Speedo.
I cannot see that.
Hannah was intrigued, but nothing happened at first. Later, though, she would use her power as a lead to start scheduling the two of them time together. I don't think Andrew knew what was going on at first. It didn't all come together until a little bit later when Hannah was trying to matchmake a couple other explainers together. And Andrew showed up with a cake at this party that they were. It was unexpected, but once again, they caught Hannah's eye. And from there, I don't know too much because they didn't tell me until they had convinced me to promote Andrew to lead. But I must say, I am so glad I brought both of these two on and that they were able to stick with me for so many years. Hannah and Andrew were two of the very first explainers that I hired. They were both always so earnest, so eager, so full of energy, mischievous at times, but always so genuine. And I know they're going to continue that as the years go by. Hannah grabbed my attention right away by jumping off a chair during her interview. Andrew took a little longer to stand out. He actually told me it might have been on his last day there, that it took him a couple years to take the job seriously. Well, once he did, he was rock solid. And that same thing is going to be true in your marriage going forward. If you prioritize it, if you put in the work, it will be amazing. There's nothing else that can happen with the two of you together. I always try to impart some lessons to the two of you and to all of the explainers to help them grow as people. And I'm going to take a few moments to remind you of a couple of those lessons because they're going to be as applicable for your life together as they were for your time working together. Just like being an explainer, marriage is not a precise science. There's no one right way, and putting your own personal flair on it is a requirement. But there are a few things that will help you out along the way. First off, take initiative. Do things without being asked. Make mistakes. Forgive each other and grow. Little failures along the way are not only an option, they are a requirement. Be authentic and share your passion for everything you do for each other. You know each other better than anyone else. And that passion is what's going to keep it going for the many years to come. It will grow and it will change, but be who you are because you are both such wonderful people. Listen. You make a better impact when you know where the other person is coming from. Be ready to learn new things. Every day is a new opportunity. Every day has its own surprises if you go and look for them. Communicate. It's what you say and what you don't say. It's the body language you use and the actions you take. Don't just tell each other that you love one another, although you should do that every day. Show each other that you mean it. And finally, it's best when you do it with someone else. Whether you're learning something new or just spending time together, sharing your lives together, find the joy in everything, from the strange to the mundane, together. I am so proud of both of you. I've told you this over the past few weeks, but I say it again because it's true. So many lives have been blessed by their interaction with the two of you. You will continue to bless each other every day as husband and wife. The words that you are about to speak will bind you together legally, but your hearts and your souls are already together, with friendship and with love. Congratulations to both of you. Oh, don't spend too long lecturing without involving others. So, with that, I am going to introduce Paula, mother of the bride, who will introduce the 7 blessings.
And in Judaism, it represents wrapping bride and groom in the family and the home that you are about to create. And this chuppah that you are wearing comes to you via many generations from my side of the family, has traveled around the world through the Holocaust and then some. It commemorates all of those in our family and all of those who will be in our families now. And with that, what we're going to do right now is to share 7 blessings, which are also to celebrate you and enjoy in your marriage to each other. So with that, David, we'll start.
May the life you share together be as sweet as this wine you drink today. Blessed is the source of life, who created the fruit of the vine.
May your love for one another always be a source of inspiration and happiness. Blessed is the source of joy, who creates a wonderful, brilliant world.
May your journey together be blessed with generosity and forgiveness. May you enable each other to fulfill your dreams, and may you be committed to the paths of courage and hope. Blessed is the source of generosity, who created such good, remarkable people.
Wherever you travel and wherever life takes you, may the love of your family and friends always echo in your hearts, even across great distances and times. Blessed is the source of love, who supports the edifice of love.
With the strength of your relationship, may you help transform the world in great ways as always. May your love for each other be a source of warmth and inspiration for your community. Blessed is the source of healing, brings well-being to the world and your children.
You always find a refuge tucked within your love, a place to hide out, and a place to reflect. Blessed is a source of safety who brings joy to the brides.
Blessed is the source of life, who creates wonder, pleasure, song, and delight. May you, Hannah and Andrew, fill with gladness, rejoicing, love, harmony, and companionship. And may you be blessed with God's peace. Blessed is the source of life, who is the source of peace. And with that, I would like for all of you to reach under your seats. There's a glass of wine for us to share and to rejoice to Hannah and Andrew in their marriage.
And Andrew.
To Hannah and Andrew. Ohio.
And now, the vows. Hannah and Andrew have written their own vows. Andrew?
Anna. From the moment I first laid eyes on you, I knew right then and there, nothing. The reason I say that is not because I didn't feel anything. I might have felt hungry or cold or warm or sweaty. Who knows? No, the reason I say from the moment I first laid eyes on you, I knew nothing, is because I genuinely do not remember meeting you. I assume I was at work when I first met you, and I was probably preoccupied with something else going on. The truth is, I don't remember the first time we met, but while I don't remember meeting you, there are so many other first times I do remember. Here are the first that stuck with me. The first thing I remember you telling me to do, it was to finish a chocolate cake in the explainer break room, or it'll be thrown out by the end of the day. The first non-work related conversation I remember having, it was about showering practices. You were telling me that the average person showers too much and we shouldn't be using Nothing too much so. The first time I remember talking about movies. This is now one of our favorite conversations. During this conversation, you suggested we should see X-Men Days of Future Past together, but then you backtrack and rephrase your suggestion to say that we should get several of the explainers to see the movie together as a group, not just the two of us one-on-one, because of course that would be weird. The first time I remember meeting your mom and Joe, it was at your last day of work at the museum. Back then, you introduced me as a guy you work with. The first time I met your dad, we got burgers in Bethesda, and I ordered a bison burger instead of a regular beef burger, which somehow became our topic of conversation. I also remember our first date, although that depends on what constituted as a date. Depending on which day you consider, it was either jazz in the park, followed by hamburgers and a comedy show, or it was German food a block away from where we are now, followed by another comedy show and a stop at your favorite bar. Coincidentally, the latter was also the first time I realized not only that I liked you, but that this could work out. While all of the first I just mentioned happened during our first summer together in 2014, it didn't end there. Since that summer, we've shared many more firsts. I remember the first time I saw you cry, the first time we kissed, the first time you said you love me, and the first time I said I love you. I remember the first time I thought about buying you a ring. And I remember about 2 years after that, the moment I actually gave it to you. These are the firsts I remember. And to me, these are the firsts that matter and will stick with us forever. It doesn't matter how we met, what matters is the time we spent together. In these last 6 years, you have defined me by bringing out the best parts of who I am. Each day it becomes harder and harder to tell where I end and where Hannah begins. But it's not only about the time we've spent together, but also about the time we will continue to spend together and the first we will continue to make. Today marks another first for us, and a defining point in our lives that will change how we view ourselves, each other, and our priorities. Our priorities change as we get older and go through our lives. When we're kids, what our parents want takes priority to what we want. When we grow up, those lines become a bit murkier. Somewhere between 18 and the early 20s, we put ourselves first, and what we want eventually takes priority over what our parents want. Then marriage happens, and we enter a point in our lives where our priorities will shift again. You and I have made a lot of big life decisions over the last few years. We've each left and started new jobs. We've moved to a new place to live. We've started a new university program. And when making any big decision, it's normal to have a sense of second guess or question that decision, even when we are fairly sure that decision is the right one to make. But not this time. Hannah, marrying you is the surest decision I've ever made. Never once did I second guess or question this choice. I have never been more confident than I am now, and that is because I am excited to shift my priorities in life once again, to put you, not me, above all else. Hannah, with this ring, you will become my first. You become the first thing on my mind, the first person I turn to, the first person I care about, my first priority. To add to our list of firsts, today marks the day that I put you first.
When writing these vows, I constantly consulted you, as I do with everything. I was wondering how our different styles would work back to back. Even though our vows were secret, the manner in which you and I were able to honestly collaborate was remarkable. And at one point you said to me, I'm into storytelling and you are into emotional analysis. Let's play to each other's strengths. And I just glowed at the validation of what a great team we make. We are not two halves that complete each other, but two wholes that complement each other. With you, I have complete freedom to be me. Here's what makes me pause about our beautiful romance. I didn't fall in love with you per se. I walked into love with you, Andrew. With my eyes wide open, choosing to take every step along the way, I do believe in fate and destiny, but I also believe we are fated to do the things that we choose anyway. And I choose you. In 100 lifetimes, in 100 worlds, in any version of reality, I find you and I choose you. Every step we have taken these past 5 years has felt so easy and natural, like a lovely romantic walk. Even when I sometimes went on a different path, distracted by all sorts of things, you kept pace to stay beside me. And we always walked forward and together in love. And now it's our wedding day. Such a special romantic day. I want to savor it. And it makes me happy to know that after today's festivities end, you'll wake up tomorrow and continue to walk in love. No, not yet.
Sorry. Rabbit.
Although you-
Oh, yeah. I vow to love you for who you were, who you are, and who you will grow to be.
And I vow to love you for who you were, who you are, and who you will grow to be.
Not yet. Rings have been part of the marriage ceremony for thousands of years. The unbroken circle represents the unending love that you share for each other. The precious metal they are made of represents the relationship that you have. Over the years to come, these rings may become battered and worn to the trials of everyday life, but they are always there to remind you of what you share together. With a little work, your love will shine as brightly for all the years to come. May I have the rings? Andrew, please take the ring and place it upon Hannah's finger.
This ring is a token of my love. It is all that I am, all that I have, and all that I will be.
Anna, please take the ring and place it upon Andrew's finger.
This ring is a token of my love. It represents all that I am, all that I am, and all that I will be. Wait, say that again. This ring is a token of my love. It represents who I am. You help me? All that I have, all that I am, and all that I will be.
With these vows and exchange of rings, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Hannah and Andrew will now break the glass. This is an irrevocable act that cannot be undone. It symbolizes how your lives are changed forever and how you can no more go back to how it used to be, that this glass can be put back together. As Hannah and Andrew break the glass, I invite you all to shout Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov!
Mazel Tov! Please join us for a reception in honor of Hannah and Andrew's new life together.
Something bad out of you. Something is now. Such a good time. Giving it all.